Hi everyone, it's Pamela here for TransByDef. Today I'd like to talk to you all about being transgendered in the military. I did some research on different aspects of people in the Australian Defence Forces, and I found there's a Lieutenant Colonel McGregor. She serves as a Lieutenant Colonel in the Army currently, and apparently there are 6 other Australian service people serving in the Defence Forces here, and I don't think it's necessarily a reason to get kicked out of the Defence Forces in Australia, but it begs the question as to whether these people are being treated equally in the gender roles that they play in the military, because a lot of I think women in the military, they're not allowed into combat roles and things like that, so I'm not sure if transgender people are similarly aren't allowed into combat roles. So I would think that if you were transgendered and you came out as transgendered and you were in combat position, then you would probably have to get a desk job or get a promotion, as you would say, and stuff, because you wouldn't be allowed to go into combat. I'm not sure about that totally, but another thing about the Australian Defence Forces is that they had a float at the Sydney Mardi Gras this year, and there it was really, it was a big float, and there were lots of service people in the march, and there were service people with medals in on the sidelines watching the float go by. Ex-service people and things like that were taking part. It was for the first time for the Australian Defence Forces. They've never done this before. And so this is a first, and I think the Australian Defence Forces is changing, as I think Australia is changing with the new gender equality laws and things coming into place in the next 3 years. Unless, of course, our current government decides to vote them out, which I hope they don't. So I hope this new gender equality law stays in place and is effective in 2016, and it'll give transgender people and women and people freedom from gender discrimination and things like that. So it's a real breakthrough, and I hope it happens sometime soon in the next 3 years, in any case, before they can try to change the law concerning the act and things. So anyway, that's all I've got to say for this time, and next time I'll have something else to say, probably. Okay, see ya.